Hi everybody! Hi everybody! This is Amanda Munchies and we are back with the Fun Show. We just had an awesome break where we got to smoke a little bit and chat a little bit about all kinds of stuff. We were laughing pretty hard, I think, by the end of that, right? So that was pretty fun. We got to eat some CBD bonbons that Steven's going to educate us on in just a moment. They broke out some Nom Nom cheesecake, which they are not happy with the display, but I'm going to be honest. I'm Amanda Munchies, and this is one of my favorite cheesecakes, and I'm just delighted with it. So it could look like this. It could be deconstructed. I would shove it in my mouth either way. Or crooked. It's good. They can watch.
You get you like a soundboard, so you can like wah 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 wah.
Right? It's all right. They can be crooked. What if we do this right? Maybe not. Oh, that's all right.
You got it.
Hey.
You got it.
But now I feel like I have to stay here, and now you're gonna have to lean in. Okay, so just to recap from the beginning of the show, we have some amazing guests with us. We have Maria with Kamaya. We have Donnell with the Coughee Co. We have Steven and Beth with Discreet Treats. All of these are amazing. I'm totally biased. CBD companies here in Arizona. And like I said, I'm definitely biased. I love all these products. I've had them all. They all honor the Bud card, so you're super great. And in general, you guys are just really kind of out there in the industry hustling. I know how hard you guys all hustle. I see it. So why don't we go around and we'll start with Discreet Treats. You can tell us a little bit more about what we're going to be eating on.
Fantastic.
And also what this Nom Nom stuff is that you brought, even though
some milky stuff.
There's no
coffee.
Yeah, there's no coffee because somebody didn't bring it. Don't know. And then while you do that, I'm going to shove some cheesecake in my face.
Please do. That's the whole point before it becomes moldy and jelly again. All right. Well, obviously, we brought some of our baked good lines. One of our top sellers is our non-dairy vegan cheesecake. It's 100 milligrams of non-amplified CBD. It's emulsified. We put added terpenes, we put a little bit of B12, and then we put a little bit of viability. So we put electrolytes inside of it. As we know, Arizona, we live under the sun. Most Arizonans are electrolyte deficient, which means that you guys are dehydrating. So to put a little electrolytes into each product is giving you a little vitality and viability back into your body. You can eat the whole entire thing. It's portional size for one individual person. You can cut it into fours, and each one would be 25 milligrams for each portion that you eat.
So I shouldn't eat it all in one sitting?
No,
you
You can. That's the whole thing.
Good. Okay.
Yes, you can get fat on non-dairy cheesecake. Yes, you can. Yes. So a lot of people have asked that, and you can.
I got room.
But the cool thing about it is we try to make it as delicious and organic as possible. During the holidays, we try to change up the flavors a little bit. During October, we had a pumpkin spice cheesecake. The holiday, we had the vanilla Christmas cheesecake and then the eggnog cheesecake. During the seasons, as it progresses, Valentine's Day, we're going to have red velvet cheesecake. He's fine.
You want to dump it into your, dip it into your coffee that you didn't bring?
No, I wouldn't dip it into the coffee.
No, that would be a cream coffee.
Oh, it would get creamy?
Yeah, it would totally just...
It would become a cream cheese coffee?
So it could be inventing something.
I mean, I could throw it in the blender.
Yeah.
And
Make a smoothie.
I just did. I think we're going to come up with something.
I can just co-opt on something here real quick.
Can we throw a little bit of ice
Coffee
cream in there
cheesecake.
too, maybe? Coffee, ice cream, cheesecake. Ooh.
And that
if
creamer.
Steven can come up with an ice
And
cream.
with this.
So,
Yes.
really easy. I made a little Christmas present for my friends here at the coffee company.
Even though I didn't bring any coffee.
Calm down. He was right. It's 10 o'clock at night. Unless we're 65. I'm sorry. I don't need a cup of coffee before I go to bed. It's real bad for the tummy. But I made him some organic. So we took some organic cream. So just basic cream. And we took some toasted almonds. And we just sat there and we steeped it, emulsified it. And we took vanilla bean and steeped it in there and just dropped some CBD. It's something basic. And made him a CBD cream. So
Can I smell it?
Yes, you can, please.
And then, well, I'm kind of asking him because you gave it to him. I don't know if he wants my nose all over.
The whole thing is 1,000 milligrams. I'd say maybe 2 tablespoons.
He's so serious.
Probably not.
I'd say 2 tablespoons, kind of like dose off your of your base, 2 tablespoons, based on about 1,000 milligrams. That's
Smell the
about
cat.
8 ounces right there.
That way we're
that sounds good.
smelling the cat.
I love that.
I'm gonna have it later. I don't need to smell
He's
it.
like, I don't need to smell it. It smells really good.
No, because he knows he's going to consume it.
It's something really simple.
What's the base?
So it's cream and toasted almond with vanilla bean and emulsified CBD with some terpenes inside.
But like the cream is like half and half?
No,
or-
it's just full cream. It's
Okay.
just 100% cream. That's
Okay.
it. Half and half is good. It's a good base, but I used distilled water
Okay.
to kind of make it more thinner.
Yeah.
Organic.
Organic.
It's really
Organic.
well, you know what I
The
mean.
water made it more organic.
Exactly. Water is
Taste-
organic and vegan
Tastier.
too.
Tastier.
That's why they can slap it on a bottle.
That's
But yeah, it's just really simple. I make stuff like this for my mom. My mom is a big coffee. She has a nice Keurig in her house. She likes some K-cups in the morning, but she likes to go get those Fry's, Kroger, high sugar coffee creamers. And it's like per serving, you get like 50 grams of sugar and all that stuff when you can just go organic based and,
Yeah.
you know, cut down the cost. Take one of those bottles that she likes so much and refill it and boom, just right. CBD creamer.
nice.
Boom. We with D-Treats, granted, we make some amazing, awesome products. There's a lot of us companies that we strive to make great products for our patients. We're just a little bit outside the box where we do more education with our edibles, where patients don't always have to go to dispensaries anymore. They don't have to go for outsourcing to get their medicine or find quality medicine. Now patients can actually learn and be taught the right way about the endocannabinoid system, cannabidiol, the different CBDs, what's the difference between full CBD and a full spectrum. What's the difference between CBDN, CBG, CBC? What do these different chromosomatic factors do for your body? Patients are now learning, they're transcribing, they're actually becoming more aware about themselves and their healthiness and their vitality. So what happens now is that when you take education and you take an organic food and you take a medicine, you put all three together, you have a consistency of knowledge for the patient that is untappable. And it will continue to thrive always with free knowledge of your body. And then it's an awareness, which I've seen in everything. Since I've been in this industry for 1.5 years, I've seen people go from no to yes, from I don't know to I want to know.
There's so much information out there too. Like now, there's so much more information available than there used to be on
and
TV too,
there
right?
are
Like
so many more studies that
Exactly.
they didn't even know this 2 years ago or a year ago. So
I
they're
was-
constantly up.
I was recently reached out from a senior living home in Sun City. For the longest time, seniors, Sun City and that kind of area have really been a great area on CBD. But now how CBD has been legalized and recreationalized and more normalized,
I feel like they're the ones that have been doing
they
it the
reached
most.
out to us.
Yeah.
They are actually
Great.
they have a little general store in their community living center, and they want to display organic CBD product for them for senior citizens.
But they're the ones in most pain and
Exactly.
the most,
Why?
Yeah.
It's because
Not
believe it or
getting
not,
high.
people,
Yeah.
it's basic commonality. If you can look Google and put in the endocannabinoid system, okay, and it will give you a bunch of knowledge about what your endocannabinoid system does for your body. And the thing is as you grow older, it stops working.
we
Well,
also
because we haven't been
posted.
using it.
Yes.
There have been for 40 years they haven't been putting it in their bodies. And
So we posted on our website on Facebook some information,
I saw it.
and you guys have to stop talking for a minute before you give away all the goodies because I have a little quiz that I'm going to give everyone that our viewers are going to watch. So don't go too much further.
All right, so yeah, anyways, you know what I mean.
We'll go there. Just give us a minute. Okay. So why do you use CBD? Like, what are 1 or 2 reasons that each one of you uses CBD in your life currently? If you don't mind
You start.
sharing with our viewers and listeners, why is it that you twisted camera? Why is it that you use?
So
Look
for
at that
me,
camera.
okay. So for me, mainly it's pain and anxiety. For me, I have MS and fibromyalgia, as well as I suffer from breast cancer and a lot of other weird pain elements. But then I also have severe PTSD from my childhood. So between the two of them, if I wasn't on cannabis and CBD in general, my pill count would be crazy high because it used to be. About 2 years ago, I was on a total of 6 pain medicines total. That was 6 throughout the day, so I was on multiple of them multiple times a day. I have completely gotten off of all of them, as well as all my seizure medication. So,
yeah. That's awesome. So you said seizure medication, so if you don't mind me asking.
So I get pain seizures. I have a condition called hydrocephalus that creates pressure, headaches, and pain down my spine. And with that, my neurons shoot off and will create a pain seizure, which if my pain gets bad enough, actually will create grand mal seizures and things like that. A lot of it is pain control, but a lot of it is also that neuron control as well, which the CBD is actually been more beneficial too. My seizures I have like little arm twitches and things that I don't even really hardly notice anymore. But as far as my daily seizure activity, it's not there at all. So, which even on my seizure medicine, it was take this pill to try to prevent them, and then when you have one, take this pill. And I was still having them at least weekly. So it's been and it took me figuring out how much CBD and THC both I needed in my system.
The next question was, so some people just use CBD because they're afraid of THC, but at the end of the day, a lot of studies have shown that
for me,
really
with
is
my
the full
neuron
spectrum
stuff,
of the plant.
yeah.
Sometimes that
with
does.
all the neuron stuff that's related to my seizures, I had to incorporate the THC. I actually tried to not put the THC in it to begin with, just because the whole drug stigma that is related to the cannabis thing. My family is really big into drugs and stuff, and so like I didn't want that in my life. And then I realized that if I wanted to fully get off of my medication and change that lifestyle and have that lifestyle change, that I needed to add that in. And but it's also about looking at it differently and using it differently so that it's medicine.
Yes, for sure. Well, thank you. We're gonna go this way. Keep looking at that camera, but we're gonna shift this one maybe towards you to see how we do. Yeah. So who are you again?
I'm Steve. I'm the R&D trees.
Yeah, but I know.
What I use CBD. I personally use CBD for neuropathy in my body, arthritis, a lot of anxiety, But CBD, I really didn't start really getting into CBD, not only for myself, it was mainly for my son. My son was suffering from a high-functioning attention deficit disorder.
He's 21?
No, he's 9 years old. At the time, he was 4 when he was having these issues. And
to show people that I know why you're looking at me crazy, and I know he's not 21.
I know.
But
He's giving me a hard time. Sorry.
What happened was that my son was being behaviorally unstable, and they wanted to put him in a special education class, and I knew that that wasn't what he needed. I wanted to give him CBD and try it out, but I didn't know how to supplement it without giving him CBD tinctures or oils. In kindergarten and first grade, having a child do that, it just doesn't compute. So I made gummy bears at Disney for a little bit, and I took what basic recipes I knew and formulated, and it was something that my son liked because it was natural, it was organic, and it was just something good for a little kid to eat, to pass the time. So I put CBD in it, and it was just a basic CBD oil. I didn't know what isolate was back then. I just took a CBD oil tincture, and the first bottle that I took was Hempful Farms. I met a great man named Chris Martin, and he gave me one of his bottles and said, "Here, take this and see if it works for your family." And thank you, Chris Martin. It did. Gave me ambition to drive to make something a lot better than what I need for my son. Till this day, he takes CBD. He's 9 years old. Granted, other being a 9-year-old, CBD lets him be the natural 9-year-old he can be without his behavioral disorders debilitating him or taking away the fact that he can't be a 9-year-old. And that's the biggest stigma is the kids that have behavioral disorders, mental health disorders, they do have this whole fight inside of them of, are they different? Are they normal from the rest of the world? And, this really affects them. And with cannabidiol, exceptionally with cannabidiol, it It's a mood stabilizer. It makes the best out of everybody. It's reestablishing the homeostasis system in the body. So for children that are producing lots of CBD, but it's not going to the receptors the right way, all right, it's just being expended out of the body. All right, you're taking control of the receptors, letting them make sure that homeostasis is in the body, giving neutralization to that child, giving them full viability and vitality, giving you a happier, healthier, more reluctant child. And that's what I gave to my son. And when I saw that working for my child, I gave it to other children. And when I started working for other children, that's when I knew that I was in this business not to make money, just to make a difference, not only for my son, but for children and patients out there that need this natural medicine. This is a plant that has been genetically bonded with us. And it is the only plant that's genetically bonded with us at a genetic level. I don't see any other way but to integrate this as a normal concept of life, just like drinking a glass of water.
Well, as soon as the amazing hemp bill gets passed, too,
I'm waiting.
that will
January 1.
Farm bill that includes hemp. That will be really
legalized
interesting.
hemp in every state, which means that Arizona will be legal to start having hemp grows, which means that CBD companies like myself and other CBD companies out here that want to get naturally sourced good CBD from their state, which then means that they're regulated in the laws of Arizona to source their grow and sell to dispensaries. That's the reason why a lot of CBD companies are limited to sell to dispensaries in Arizona, because if you're not directed and licensed to a cannabis company and you're not getting your CBD sourced through a licensed dispensary, they will not pick you up because it's against AZDH's law. That's the reason why a lot of these dispensaries are branching out and making wellness centers and little CBD shops on the side or even outside in the waiting room, because now they can take other CBD companies and here local companies, which dispensaries here in Arizona are really based on. They're about local businesses. And they want to bring that local business in because local business brings more revenue, more communitized people, and more understanding and knowledge to the
Some are about local, but there are some big people already moving in.
They are. There's a lot of shakers and movers. You're always going to get that in every industry, but the consensus is I've seen a lot of push to change and be about more communitized than trying to just personal monetary gain.
Well, and that's even the bug card. I mean, most of the businesses that we work with.
And that's the reason why we love you, and that's the reason why a lot of people love you.
Putting patients first. So.
Is that you're giving an option for patients to make an option of choice.
Yeah.
A lot of people are they have to go to the dispensary and they are forced to take the discount what is offered that day from the dispensary.
Yeah.
You're giving a selection to a patient, a multitude of discounts.
Yeah, and hopefully helping them figure it out, because like you said, I mean, it's just, there's a lot. There's definitely a lot out there. Donnell, what do you use CBD for?
For me, it's mostly migraines and pain. I've got pretty much a shoulder that's
Non-existent.
non-existent.
Which one is it? This one?
Go for it. Remember steel back.
The other one?
Yeah, it's but
Hey, you guys are cousins.
pretty much. I just refuse. I can't do anything with it without it creaky. You can hear it, feel it. Painful to wake up to, especially during the wintertime. But
I feel you there.
yeah. And I get
Do you
clustered
consume it or do you use topicals? Sorry to interrupt you.
topicals and
Both?
tinctures and edible, I think.
So both.
Yeah.
All of it.
Yeah.
So it seems to be a lot of the consensus from people that I talk to that like, as amazing as tinctures are, a lot of people have found multiple things throughout their day tend to work.
I think a lot of us also have multiple things we're using it for too,
sure.
and
For
different types of pain. So
For
just because your shoulder hurts, I know for like me right now, just because I can say my shoulder hurts, it can be nerve pain, it can be bone pain, it can be the flesh pain, and those different things hit the different things. So like whether it's the topical is helping the actual but it's not helping the nerve pain.
If you have that extra pain, you can tell which one it is. It's funny that somebody actually said I've never heard anybody actually say it before, like whether it's nerve or bone, and you can definitely tell.
There's a multitude of pain.
It's
the best way to absorb medicine from medical research and just researching is actually suppository. Okay.
Yeah.
We're not doing that on the show, Stephen. So
I'm just saying. It's
We're
just
bringing you
a
back
good-
in
good
because they're
read
talking
about
about
that.
putting things up your bum
That's
bum.
Nine-
It is
That's
that's
to
suppository.
99% absorbent
Are you
of the
doing up your bum
medicine.
bum?
Yep.
But not for everything though,
Would
right?
you
Not
do
for
it up your
everything.
bum
It
bum?
has.
Yeah.
It's only.
Would you do it up your bum bum?
If it was in enough pain, probably.
Yeah.
So
No,
if you want,
not
so
On a
it's
regular basis?
No.
it's good for a lot of people that have lower
Wait a
gastrointestinal
minute.
problems.
But they
GI
do like
problems,
the
stuff
coffee.
that.
Would you do it in your bum bum on a
I
regular basis?
would.
I would.
I have.
You have.
I've actually
I
got a medical marijuana suppository. Second year
I-
of my card.
Love how honest you are right now.
1,500 milligram, right up the poop chute.
I actually used one of my pain medications was a suppository that I took daily.
Well, no, I get it. I
And-
know
but
there's
no,
medication.
well, now,
I'm
but
just
thinking
saying.
about it, I have endometriosis.
Here's your morning coffee.
And
Just
thinking
put it up your
about the
bum bum.
medicine going right
You're gonna make a
there,
coffee suppository.
I would think that
Espresso
that
shot?
would actually.
But like
It's
for
espresso.
PMS,
Uh-huh.
like monthly, you
Yeah.
have a
Up your bum bum
tampon
or
that-
up your vajayjay?
tampon that has like
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, they have in Colorado.
Yes, they do. Yeah. No, you're right.
You put it where you need it.
Where you
so
need it,
you're not
exactly.
going to take a tincture if you need it on like your foot. You
Mhm.
put salve on your foot, or you know.
And the thing is that all your nerve receptors are right there in the
Your
sphincter
bum.
and the
Right.
bum. So where it absorbs, and then believe it or not,
Hey, some
your
drugs
sublingual
really
glands
drive
run
it
throughout your
really.
whole entire body. So the most of your sublingual glands come from the stem of your mouth down to your trachea, and from
Alright.
your anus all the way up into
So
your
the bottom
sphincter.
line is yes, suppository, yes, suppository, yes, if you have to, but not on a regular basis.
Not if I don't need it, but yeah.
Well, I mean, if my pain level
I
was
can't
there.
say I'm able to do it right now.
So you've never done a suppository.
I've never
He's
been
getting
to
a
the
couple
doctor.
Okay.
So I read a good
First
story in a
So you've
tribe
done
that
a
I just couldn't do.
suppository.
I couldn't do it.
You've never done a suppository.
Wouldn't work out.
He's
Would
not
you
done.
if you had to?
Severe pain.
I was talking to I read a story about it, like how it was for a THC thing, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try, and it didn't work out.
He knocked on the door, but no one answered.
Yep, it was like.
Look, I'm just saying, and I think different things work too. So even at the, I'm getting away from the suppository just for now.
Oh, so, but you're not gonna answer your question about yourself.
Oh, you want me to
Lance,
answer?
Are you gonna answer the question for yourself?
I would totally do it.
First of
If
all,
it were pain enough, like it was severe
First of all-
pain, you would totally do it.
yes, if I were in
I
pain
know.
enough, I would. However, have I ever stuck a suppository in my bum bum? The answer to that is no.
Me neither.
Nor have I even been inquisitive enough like this guy to even think about doing it. So, just saying. I'm just not there yet. I mean, maybe someday, but just not yet. All right. So,
At least.
That was a 10-minute session on suppositories.
camera guy, you have to put them
It's
on
fun.
film. But
Pillow talk.
what are your thoughts on suppositories? Have you used them?
This is the first time hearing about it. But,
Up your bum bum?
yeah,
So no, nothing up your bum bum.
not no.
What if you needed it? What if your doctor was like, you need the suppository
If it-
up your bum bum?
If it came down to a medical
A
situation,
medical decision.
Then you would do it. All right, so everyone will do it for medical reasons. So now we'll look into it for her alternative purpose.
I'm saying, I think I might have to die that week. I tried to just
My
I'm gonna
bum
miss
is
the bun
on your
shot.
bum.
like
way you do
it has to be
You
like
try it.
you
No,
know.
I'm sure there's benefits to it, by the way. So
But I
just
will
wanna
miss
say.
the bud show the day you do that.
Another reason I actually started integrating CBD is because I was like, I want to get a colonoscopy ever. So
I've had
I was
one.
like-
They're not fun.
They're not.
yeah, I was just like, I figure if I with CBD, I mean, it's
Yeah.
great. I mean, like Steve said, it's literally biology. You have receptors in your body for this plant. You have lots of stuff, like you said, different administrative things for different purposes. Like when I have migraines, like I'll do a tincture. That's pretty much the only thing that helps at times. I don't take ibuprofen.
Yeah.
It's not gonna do anything for me. I already know in the first place. But my migraines last days. So these are one of the few things that help. You should go get Botox. What the fuck would I go get
Oh my
Botox?
god.
Who told you that?
Botox actually does. I mean,
It does.
For headaches, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was like, no, I'm not kidding.
You really took all of us.
Why would they tell
So
you
it's
that?
like,
You look,
I probably would have less
You look
wrinkles on
great.
everyone. So
you look
maybe.
beautiful 50-year-old.
I
But,
need Botox.
But yeah, fit. I mean, it's to do, and that's the reason I was like to do tinctures and start taking CBD oil and things. That's honestly one of the reasons I was like, if I can keep my digestive tract clear, And that's why one of the reasons I stopped eating meat too.
Oh yes.
Oh, I can't do that.
Yes.
I tried for a week and literally
You know,
I sweats.
They're like everyone like there's like I'm so sorry because there's like some Chinese tacos or something special there. I'm like, all right, I'll sacrifice today. I'll have this.
Oh, so you have had like
He doesn't eat,
random.
but he's not
It's very, very like like if I go out and somebody got me something, like, if it's beef, I probably definitely won't eat anything minus chicken pretty much and carnitas taco. But I think we went out and had something that had bacon in it. She said ate around. I don't even remember it, but she was like, you ate around the bacon. Oh.
But at least he ate it. Like some people won't even eat it because it had bacon in it. He still.
Or if it's something big enough, like if
Yeah.
meat's not the main portion of I can eat around, I usually I will. So if it's touching, I'm not one of those like, no, I can't touch. If it's cooked in with the food.
You're an easy vegetarian.
Yeah. Yeah. If it's in there, I'm not gonna complain. You'll probably see this pot of meat somewhere.
Just some random.
Someone will be.
I'm not gonna pick like every single piece.
I'm the guy that's taking your meat off your plate.
You know what?
Yeah, it's like if she's next to me, I'm just like.
Even at every event can find Donnell and you can just get all of it.
I'll be there. I'll be pigpen.
All right, so
Always need it. It's always needed.
we got another person. What do you use CBD for?
So
look
mostly
over there. My
pain.
battery's
Sorry.
dying anyways, but look
Mostly
over there.
pain. Can you see me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, make sure you look over there.
So I studied holistic nutrition, and part of the reason why we are all suffering is things that we're consuming. So things we're putting in our bodies,
Mhm.
sugar being number one,
Yes.
pretty much. But I mean, even our organic foods are not being grown in organic soil, so everything
organic
takes a
anymore.
factor.
And the
So-
soil's depleted too.
right? We don't know. Monsanto is just like coming into our soils. So
Mm-hmm.
anyway, pain. I don't like to take pills. So if I don't have to, and the reason why I would take pills is for monthly PMS for pain and cramps and stuff. So that
That's
was
what you were finding you were
only
taking pills
time
for?
I was taking ibuprofen. And then for years I just didn't even take anything, and so did one day of just not taking anything, no pills, but having severe pain. And so CBD is a great alternative. Like you can use it for pain, inflammation, cramps.
Who introduced you to CBD?
My friend Mike.
Oh, I know Mike. Yes.
Yeah.
Um, we like Mike. That's good. What? Can we say what Mike does? We can say what he does, right? So we can say.
Yeah, he's part business owner.
He does what? Oh, that partner.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was the other Mike we know. Don't we know another Mike?
No.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. We'll talk after.
Okay.
So this is your business partner?
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't know about it before then.
Ah, very cool. And he is now where?
He is in the Philippines, where he can't have CBD or THC, so it's not allowed at all.
Because it's not legal at all.
No, considered a drug, so he will get shot.
Yeah.
He does have CBD.
So even though CBD is legal in the United States of America, it does not mean that you can travel outside the United States into other countries with it.
There's only 18 countries that are legally with CBD and THC.
Yeah. So definitely important that if you travel, you know where you can take your
Very
medications, because you definitely don't want to get in trouble. So again, when we talk about educating, one of the things that we definitely want to always encourage patients, consumers, either or both to do is ask questions. So that means questions about legalities, questions about the testing, questions about where your medicine comes from, test about what kind of products, like are they organic or not organic, and not to say everything is going to be organic. As much as I love organic, I'm certainly guilty of buying non-organic things too, but at least it's my choice and I know. So these are conversations that we need to have, and as patients and consumers, it's our job to be asking these questions. And so we have to not be afraid to ask these questions. We have to have these conversations so that people know what questions to ask, because so often people don't even know the questions to ask when it comes to cannabis or CBD or any of these things, right? So a lot of people, if we say, oh, it's legal here and it's just CBD, they might think that they can go anywhere with it. And the next thing you know, someone's in jail someplace else off of misinformation just because they didn't look anything up or ask anybody.
Mhm.
So we live in an information era, and it's just really important that people use that information and technology to their advantage. And like I said, just really find out about the resources in your neighborhood or your cannabis community and ask questions, because so often people will tell you. And as much as one person's information is great, I would say double check it as well. Would everyone kind of say agree with me on
because
that?
everything's changing. Like,
Right.
there's not 100% on, this is a plant that's been around for many years, but very little testing on this plant.
Yes, we're figuring out new stuff all the time. So yeah, so CBD uses are amazing. And then we touched a little bit on how CBD and THC can work a little bit better together. And so we're going to do, I have a little bit of a quiz. We have some stuff I'm going to test you guys on. But so before we do that, I was at the Medicated Mavens. This is just going to be drinking. I was at the Medicated Mavens event with Kanakahlua, and I got to do, no, it's not going to work. And I got to try iLava. I don't think that's what it's called. Yeah, there we go. So I got to try iLava brand of cream, which is THC and CBD, which again, I think people just think THC and they automatically think they get stoned. Can you get stoned from rubbing a cream? I'm going to sound dumb. I don't think
go
you
into
can.
your blood. Yeah.
Okay, so you
Yeah.
could, they could have some psychoactivity, but not going to be the same,
The
right?
THC activates faster when it goes down into.
But is it gonna get
It's
me
gonna make
stoned the
that
same?
area feel a
So
little.
it hits differently. So when
I
you
didn't feel stoned.
when you're
from
taking
that.
like an
We smoked a
edible,
lot,
when you
though.
take a tincture, where you're smoking
Everything
inhaling,
hits you different.
it's going through your nervous system first. Go hitting your head, your CBD1 receptor, and then traveling down to the CBD2. It's usually how the cycle works in everyone's body. But when you're using topical, it's hitting the muscles and the nerves and the tissue of that area. So when you're taking a THC rub,
Mhm.
and say you have tendonitis of the
Mhm.
arm, you rub it on the arm, okay? What that is doing is that the THC and the cannabinoids are hitting the muscle receptor, the tissue, the
Okay,
bone,
they
the
loved
nerves, and it's hitting that area. Now, what it's doing is anti-inflammatory. It's relaxing the muscles and the tissue, letting all the lactic acid and the
I did
in the body.
yoga on it. Like I
Right.
did it before I went in to do the yoga and the sound healing, and I was worried because I have a really bad wrist.
But yes, with anything, THC it malables in your body percentage
so I
wise.
could, okay.
So if you put enough in your body is sublingual naturally
Okay.
through the porous system.
Gotcha.
So by intaking, if you put it like 1,000 milligrams of topical rub
Got
on
you.
you,
And if
It's
you're
gonna
not
absorb.
somebody who
Ever
does
consumed.
or doesn't consume on a regular basis, or isn't there sitting there smoking while you're also rubbing it,
right.
you're gonna feel it a lot differently than
And
if
it will
you're
spill into
somebody
your
who
blood.
smokes.
Because
all
I'm
the
saying
time.
like I didn't feel high from it, but that's not. I don't really have a way of knowing that because we were on a patio where we were medicating, so I don't really.
the best way
No.
with topicals is
But
find
it
find a
felt
place that hurts or it has
Oh, it
discomfort
felt amazing.
that you've noticeably known on your body, and then you rub it on there, and then you do the 10-minute test. Usually, it absorbs in your body within 10 to 15 minutes. All right, this whole
Great.
45, 15-minute
I
wait
love
thing. Urban legend. Okay, your body is a porous system.
Mm-hmm.
It works. So 10 minutes. Do the arm test or do the ambulation
Yeah.
test to see if there's any discomfort still or if there's less discomfort, less
Mhm.
inflammation.
Yeah.
That's the only real reason that you can really base on it. Like everyone said, everybody's different.
Yes,
Every pain level is different. Every
sure.
touch is different.
for sure.
So my pain is different from your pain. Your different is from my pain.
And like I try to explain to a lot of people too, because this is something that I've learned personally. CBD, especially for me, for somebody and a lot of people who have like that higher pain from disorders or something like that, or an injury or anything like that. One thing that is different from CBD than like if you were taking narcotics or something like that. Narcotics completely mask it, take it away where you don't feel it at all because you are super duper high. And if you're doing just CBD, and it's sometimes even for me, even with the THC, it's where it makes the pain tolerable, livable. It's not necessarily where you're not going to have pain. I have people tell me, well, is this going to take my pain away? I can't sit here and tell you it's going to necessarily take it away. But what I do hear is people go, well, I still feel the pain, but I can still move it.
Yeah.
Like where
It's
before I
manageable.
wasn't moving it.
It was like the elderly.
Yeah.
Hernies.
My mom.
Hips, yeah.
So she lives in New York, has a Blood Card membership to support her daughter. Great mom,
How you doing, Ma?
right? Great mom. She's bought several different products, just treats, botanicals. I'm sending her Kamaya. She wants to try the coffee too. I'm going to send her a package. I suck at sending things. I'm working on it. But
We
long
get
story
extra
short,
love.
I know, right? Because I'm telling you, I stink at sending things. But so the point behind all this is that in having those conversations about those different products, that's exactly it. So she's gone from using Advil and Tylenol, which she had different doctors. One said Advil, one said, no, not Advil, Tylenol. The other one said, no, not Tylenol, Advil. She's gone from that to no medication. And also she has like, I want to say arthritis or something. I love you, Mom. I can't always keep up with some of it. But so she has like inflammation and stuff. And so she switched to turmeric with curcumin in it and then CBD. So every day, that's what she does. And she like swears by it. And it's kind of the same thing. It's not that it's not there at all.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that, she's not 21 anymore.
Right.
Mom, you're young and amazing, but you're not 21 anymore. So of course it's not going to be a miracle drug where all of a sudden she's going to feel 21, right?
Right.
But the fact that she doesn't have to take pills, is feeling good, all natural.
Well, see, I have MS. I have a pain thing. So, like, it's funny to me to even have that idea that I would not have pain because my body has a pain disorder. So, for me, the idea of taking it completely away, that's not me then. I have MS. I'm going to have pain.
Pain defines who you are a little bit as a human being.
So you just need to kind of...
But it has to be where I can mentally manage because that super sharp pain and things like that, you can't... a person can only do so much.
You can't function that way.
Exactly. So that's where without the CBD or THC at all, it wouldn't be manageable and I would be in bed in pain and things like that.
All right. So we're going to... Oh my God, it's 12 o'clock already?
Dang.
All right. So we're not going to end just yet. We started a few minutes late. So I sent myself some questions.
A couple of these left.
I'm like, I ate...
She's like,
I
yeah,
ate the
chocolate in my
entire
balls.
real
She's like,
ball.
Beth?
Brown
Those?
chocolate
Did you get
balls.
one?
Oh, geez.
John, I'm just saying. Chocolatey.
Those are not my salty balls.
So we'll pass those around. All right, so let's see if I can... Maybe I'll be able to find this. Maybe I won't. All right, so I was looking up information and I posted some on the website. But that would be too easy because you guys could have all looked at that and cheated. I have cheesecake all over me, by the way. I'm going to go home and find cheesecake everywhere. Listen, Donnell. All right, so I found a bunch of different websites. Many of them probably credible and not credible, whatever. But one of the great ones that I found was Leafly, which I thought was great. And I know, obviously, they are extremely reputable. So I thought we would ask some questions real quick.
Do it.
So now, keep in mind that this is not my answer. This is what they say. So I'm not arguing or debating with everyone. Their
The
answer.
lawyers, all of them.
Okay. True or false? Raise your hand if you think the answer is true. CBD is non-psychoactive and medical. THC is recreational. All right. Look, CBD is non-psychoactive and medical. THC is recreational. That's the myth number one. So we're talking about myths. Okay. So Leafly says that both lay and scientific literature have classified CBD as non-psychoactive substance, meaning that does not alter one's consciousness. But, which is just the question we get sometimes, I feel like, when we're out talking about CBD. How could CBD fail to impact consciousness when it's been shown to have anti-anxiety, antipsychotic, anti-craving, alerting, and mood-elevating effects in human studies?
Try it.
Wait, there's more. There's more. CBD clearly impacts our psyche, often in beneficial ways. It does not, however, impair mental or physical function in most consumers, even in very high doses. Thus, CBD can be considered psychoactive, but non-impairing or non-intoxicating. So I feel like you're over here kind of shaking your head and that you're disagreeing with Leafly right now, which I'm not. I didn't write the article. Are you disagreeing?
No, I mean, I
Okay.
can.
He's like, I don't know.
I I guess.
Steven's like, I don't know if I'm agreeing.
I understand the psychoactive part because it's conscious altering and mood stabilizing and
Yeah.
I into the psychotropic effects on that, but the psychotropic effects that tetrahydrocannabinol does to the body and to the brain is on a chemical reaction level. It's literally changing and bonding with the chemical molecular structures, and it's shedding all the bad cells away and giving you new replicating cannabinoid cells. And like, it's a whole process. It's a beautiful process. Like, but I don't see straight CBD getting you to the point where THC gets you. Of the psychoactive being stuck in high.
For sure, no. That's what it says. That's what it says.
Yeah.
That it doesn't do any mind altering. There's no
But it's
mind
not
altercation.
But
Yeah, it's not impairing.
But it's like water, like Avion between, like it's like comparing
Maybe like drinking a non-alcoholic beer to an alcoholic beer.
to a light beer. Like, I mean, it's just
Look, Steven, I'm just telling you what the article says. All right, so let's see, myth 2.
Yeah, to me, actually, it'd be like it's like comparing a beer to a non-alcoholic beer, and almost saying both of them get you drunk in some kind of. I guess that's kind of how I look at it, but
Because doesn't it non-alcoholic beer have a little bit
Well,
of
it has-
tiny bit.
it has enough yeast. Yeah, it has yeast in it,
right?
and
tiny
yeast
bit.
turns into alcohol after
Right,
a long
so
period
that's
of time.
exactly what comparing it to non-alcoholic to an alcoholic.
Right, that's what I was trying to.
Not a light beer, but non.
Right, a non-alcoholic one. That's what I was trying to compare it to. Yeah. So this says, where does recreation end and therapeutic use begin? If a group of friends shares a CBD dominant spray, we don't even have to talk about this one. Let's say a THC
What's
spray,
dominant
maybe.
spray?
Yeah,
What does
dominant
spray?
spray?
I'm meaning, I'm saying like there's not a lot of THC in it. Dominant over THC, I'm believing is what it's saying.
What's missing?
They're likely to start giggling. They're not likely to start giggling and telling long stories, punctuated by periods of wondering what they were talking about. That's not what happens when we're high. I remember all of our conversations.
Leafly, you need to
Leafly.
go get a review on my.
I'm just saying. Yeah, I don't necessarily agree with this one. Okay. CBD is sedating. True or false?
Yes.
I've heard it. No, so that's the
It
funny
can be.
thing. It
She said no.
can be. Some people I've had my patients
Sedating,
tell me
like
that it makes them sleepy.
Sleepy
I'm
time.
not defining the word.
totally.
Okay,
It makes
yeah.
you relax. I
Mhm.
would
So
say.
a lot
I
of
think-
my older patients will sit here and tell me that they use it to fall asleep,
Right.
like literally.
not sedating like ibuprofen.
Because
but
they're all
like-
going to fight with Leafly.
I think it depends on what you're.
Leafly, they're coming after you, and I started it, and I'm sorry, but I'm Sweden in this
So
war.
Leafly
just for
says
now.
no.
I would say relaxing for sure, but I wouldn't say it like puts you to sleep.
Yeah, it's
like,
not- it's not a
like
sedative.
THC for me puts
It
me
doesn't
to
have
sleep.
it doesn't have like a melatonin thing like you
No.
it's said.
That's why
While
we use
some
melatonin.
early
Yeah.
studies attributed, I can't read, a sedating effect to CBD dominant cannabis preparations, CBD itself is not sedating. It is actually alerting. CBD has shown to counteract the sedative effects of THC, delay sleep time, and reduce THC associated hangover. Even very high doses of pure CBD, such as a 600 milligram in the single dose, have not produced a sedating effect in healthy subjects. Why the confusion? It may be the varieties of cannabis that contain high levels of CBD often also contain significant amounts of myrcene, a potentially sedating terpene.
Well, I
we talk
also
about
want
terps.
to mention that it said that they were healthy people.
And it
So it
just contradicted
changes.
itself. It
Yes.
just said that by taking other cannabis plants with high CBD intakes, mixed with CBD can give you that sedative feeling.
If
So-
it has myrcene, look, I'm just telling
That's
you.
so,
Yes.
it's contradicting itself.
It's
So
contradicting.
It may be that varieties of cannabis that contain high levels of CBD often also contain significant amounts of myrcene, a potentially
Which is a higher level than
sedating
CBD.
terpene. I'm just saying. Look, Steven, you can't get mad. All right.
I'm not getting mad. I'm just.
So
Steven, quit getting mad. Not.
I'm not getting
All
mad.
right, let's see. We're gonna look at one more. Ooh, I feel like that would be way too much. We don't have enough time for that one. I'm just being honest. We'll have to do those another show.
Is weed good?
We already know that one. So CBD is legal in all 50 states. That is not true yet, but it might be once that hemp bill gets passed. 4 states don't allow it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we'll talk about this one real quick. So, not that one. All right. A little CBD is enough. True or false?
Yes.
Yes.
Depends
True.
on the person.
You
Yes.
said true.
Yes.
Depends on how much. Depends on the person.
Yeah, I'm like, yes.
That's
but
like
it's
a open-
like that's
The whole
a
thing is that they're
question.
all myths, so they should all be false.
A little bit is enough. Yeah, I mean, a little bit.
If you
is,
only need a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit is more than not. Is better than not having any at all.
And
For
all,
me,
yeah.
I think it's a little bit because that's the whole sense of microdosing.
Okay, milligram for milligram.
Well,
CBD
but
is much less
microdosing does nothing for me unless I have that higher
You're
amount
doing it for
first.
pain. That's
Exactly.
something different.
Well, which is my
Leafly says, and I should give credit to whoever wrote this article, by the way, and I'll find out who that was before we end this session. Milligram for milligram, CBD is much less potent than THC at relieving symptoms. Why? Milligram for milligram, CBD is much less. Oh, I just said that. For example, one of my patients who experiences pain or anxiety relief with 3 to 5 milligrams of THC may require 300 to 200 milligrams of CBD to produce similar results if they can be achieved at all. And while there is significant overlap in the symptoms that can be treated with either THC or CBD, the way in which they relieve these symptoms and the individual responses to these two agents varies significantly. Everyone varies differently. We already know this. Studies that have used, that's a lot of stuff. Nope, doesn't make any, no, okay. No. But could lower doses of CBD provide some benefit? Going back to
Yes.
the answer is likely yes. Now everyone can be happy and not mad at Leafly. Some of my patients report feeling more alert, focused, and clear-headed after using as little as 2 to 20 milligrams of CBD by mouth or after a couple inhalations of CBD-dominant cannabis.
Well, that's why our bears work, because we have patients that will walk away just eating one bear, come back 5 minutes later and go, oh my gosh,
But it's
so
the
amazing.
induction of terpenes as well that we use.
Well, and we saw even the gal that you did it 10 minutes later. So we don't necessarily all clearly agree with this article, but
It's bias.
we totally analyzed. Oh, I said I was going to give credit to whoever wrote it. I'm so bad because I didn't do that yet. Okay, so we are going to wrap up the show. As we do that, let's go around one more time and tell everyone who you guys are and where they can find you. And let's end the night. Wait. Let's end the night with your favorite CBD product that does not come from your own business or a business in this room. Oh, I know, because that's too easy to be like, ooh, that. Nope, not going to work. So before we do, I'm going to give credit. That Leafly article came from Dr. Dustin Solak, and it was written March 12, 2018. 6 common myths and controversies about high CBD cannabis on Leafly. So
Thank you,
check that out.
Doctor. Appreciate
Yes,
you.
thank you for your info, even though we don't fully agree. I'm just kidding. Okay, so let's go around the room, and we will
Go.
start the conversation. So I'm going to go this way because it's just already pointed at you, my dear. So... yes. So who are you? Where can we find you? And then what is your favorite way of using CBD other than the amazing products that are here with us? And you want to be looking up there or at me is okay, but just not right.
I'm Beth. I'm operations manager for D Treats AZ, and you can find us at dtreatsaz.com or on Facebook or Instagram at dtreats with a Z. And then the only thing I can think of right now, because I'm tired, frankly, is to shout out for Getting Toasted. She has her CBD line. And that's the only people I can think of right now. So, but I love her lollipops. Like it took me a minute to think of whatever they're called. Sorry.
They were good. Yay. Okay.
All right. Well, obviously, dtreats.com. Hit us up there. We're on a lot of CBD stores, Waikiki Wellness, Dom Life, cbdstore.com. Check us out on there. Let's see. There's a bunch of CBD companies I work with out there. They do amazing work, but I'm going to go totally off the books. I'm going to get a shout out to a cannabis company that's doing amazing work with CBD. Vapin Street Team and the Vapin Kitchen. Definitely shout out to you guys. Vapin is a great cannabis company. They have cornered the market on the cannabis side, but now they're really leaning into the viability of CBD and how they can incorporate it into their cannabis products, and then just doing specifically strain CBD products. They have a different array of CBD shatters and distillates that are amazing.
Used with terpenes.
They're all terpene infused, and they're amazing. I feel amazing when anytime I smoke their distillates. It's really amazing. So definitely shout out to Vapin. They're doing amazing. One more shout out, Hempful Farms, best CBD by far. Oil, tincture, rubs, even the seedless, the flower that's coming out. It's something different. Shout out to Chris Martin and his team and his grower Brian. They do amazing work out there, and those are probably my two top bugaboo CBD companies I really respect.
And I just want to make a real quick shout out. Anybody who likes bingo, come see us January 15th at the Wellness Spot and come play some bingo, and also have an introductionary course on how to cook with CBD by him.
Yay! All right, Donnell. So what is where do we find you? Who are you? And what is your favorite way or favorite company to consume CBD from, not yourself?
Donnell, the coffee company. You can find us at thecoffeeco.com and on Instagram at thecoffeeco, COUGHEE. Shout out to we also do non-CBD coffees, herbal coffees. Cafe Tuba. Shout out to Cafe Tuba, Bella Khalifa. It is a Senegalese spiced coffee, little clove, African peppercorn, dry pepper, and Ethiopian coffee. Have a couple versions of it. It's pretty awesome. So
we bring that next time.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Doesn't like to bring coffee to you.
No, not really. Sorry, my people who order are more important than me.
All right.
All love them. All
You're
love
right.
them.
My bud card members are important. You just keep ordering from the coffee
that's
co.
what it
It's all right.
So Instagram, MySpace / the Coffee Co. That's gonna be coming soon.
He still has his own AOL account too as well.
There's no Facebook. Hey, be careful, my mom.
Check me out on AIM, Yahoo. CBD. I don't know. I guess I had a couple people to think about it, but yeah, I mean, Fiber Listings always use those peanut butter cups. I don't do it.
It's like, come on.
But yeah, that's always easy to go to. So Miss G, keep doing your thing. You're doing awesome.
Her peanut butter.
That peanut butter is the most fire. It's gonna cost $30. I think it's 100 milligrams, 20 milligrams, but it is probably one of the best peanut butters you're ever gonna have in your life, and that is definitely the truth.
I concur.
This whole room can tell you.
Amanda Munchies fucking concurs 100% that is some of the bombest peanut butter ever.
She dropped the F-bomb for the peanut butter.
No, I'm not even kidding. All right, so now we got Miss Maria. You want to look over there? Yeah. Just getting your beautiful side view.
I am Maria with Kamaya, and we are KamayaTinctures.com, Instagram, Kamaya _holistic. My favorite, I'm going to do a shout out to my boy Tony, who's part owner of this, and he does Iron Chef. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of him.
Yep, I actually know him, Tony.
Yeah, Iron Chef. He does great CBD line, THC, good edibles. Yeah, always creating new stuff. So he's not part of the bud card, I don't think, but
we'll get him there one
it's
day.
really good.
Maybe you should introduce him.
Cool guy.
Yeah. The coolest,
I got to hang out with him a couple of times when I did MasterChef. He came into one of the MasterChef parties. And he was like, yeah, I'm the Iron Chef Master winner.
Yeah, he did Iron Chef, but his is called Iron Chef.
He beat Bobby Flay.
I like it. Nice. Very cool.
So I don't know if he's listening, but Tony, love you.
Tony,
well, now he better. So tag his ass tomorrow. He can watch anytime.
Right.
Tony, you can watch anytime. All right, so I'm going to end with I'm Amanda Munchies. I have the Bud Card and Bud Show, all findable on Instagram and Facebook, hopefully, we can get this to stand. So all findable on social media. Super appreciate everyone being here. My favorite CBD company, not here. This one's rough too. You're here. You're in the room. I can't name you. So, I mean, you guys nailed, like, all the good ones. So, like, I was going to say Hempful Farms. I was going to say Fiber Holistic when she took that one. I don't know that one, so I can't say that.
You're pretty stoked about those moon pigs.
Oh, I do love moon pigs. Yes.
Those were pretty good.
So
So those are
I
not
just-
CBD though.
They
They're
do have
one-to-one,
CBD
yeah.
ones, and they do have ones that are just CBD. So Moonpix, I would definitely give it up to them. And then if we have to say a food item though, or doesn't.
The lollipops.
So I'm gonna be honest. I'm a little bit biased, but my husband totally entered the competition for Women Grow
No,
and
he
made.
doesn't have a CBD company.
No, he doesn't, but maybe he will one day. So he made it with Hempful Farms though. He made it with Hempful Farms CBD, and he made a cherry Luxardo vinaigrette that was amazing, and it was
And
probably
it's
my
not here.
favorite
Why not?
because we ate it all. It's gone. I need to make more. I know. Next time, husband, now you have to be one of the CBD edible bringers, suppliers for the show.
And you have to be your own CBD company.
Right?
Get into it.
They're all saying it.
Yeah.
All right. So, does anyone else have anything else they really want to say before we end the night? Is there anything anyone needs to get off their chest that we didn't?
Happy Merry Christmas and Happy
Happy
Holidays.
holidays, right?
And enjoy your CBD and your cannabis wellness, and
Don't limit yourself.
indulge. Get your orders in. Get your coffees in. I know that the holidays are coming. Family and friends are coming. They need that coffee. Might as well get this some CBD with it.
Right?
Some
Yeah.
treats. I'm saying, you want to have these out?
Oh yeah. Special order. I only
I
make
don't even
it.
do chocolate like this, but this is.
See what happens? See what happens when you come here? So we want to say thank you to everybody for watching. Thank you for our amazing camera crew of one that is with us every single Monday night. We super, super appreciate you.
He's the whole production team.
Thank you to Support District Radio for giving us this space, and
Yes,
Support District
thank you.
Uncut for, again, really supporting us in this. We do wish everyone happy holidays. We are still debating on whether or not we're going to have a show next week, so stay tuned. That's up in the
We're
air.
gonna have like a end of the season.
We will not have a New Year's Eve show, ladies and gentlemen. As much as we know that you want to sit around and watch us
For
talk about
midnight.
cannabis, we feel like you may have other celebrations to attend, and we don't want you to feel guilty about missing those to watch us. So
And
we're
you
giving
wanna,
you the night
you
off.
want to enjoy your New Year's Eve
Kind
too,
of
don't
an
you?
amateur night. I don't know. We've talked about this. We were gonna do a show. I think at this point we decided not to. We'll have to see what we do from there. But
You got a lot of footage we can.
I'll
Yeah.
bring the champagne.
yeah, I don't like to go out too much on New Year's Eve.
But
Crazy
don't you
people.
want to go be with your husband
Yeah,
and
yeah.
He
yeah,
usually
but-
works on New Year's Eve as a chef.
Yeah,
Yay
that
to
makes sense.
That's the
yeah.
being
chemistry.
married to a chef. I love him.
Yes.
And
The kids, are you gonna
have to have the god babies.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know, maybe I won't. We'll see. So New Year's Eve is up in the air, but there's lots of celebrations. I know Miss G is having one on the 30th.
Getting toasted and
And
Ziggy's
getting
doing-
toasted, and Ziggy's is doing a New Year's Eve party, and then I think there's some other fun stuff happening. One other thing that everyone should definitely mark their calendars for in January that's coming up is January 24th. Weed the People is coming to the Film Bar.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
This
They're
is
having
going to
to
be a great show. Get your tickets now.
Well,
they are
the
already
25th
almost
and
gone.
6th will be in Colorado.
Ooh, the 25th and 6th we will be in Colorado for the Indo Expo. So
Yes.
lots of things are just coming up. Stay tuned. Follow the Bud Card. Follow the Bud Show. Follow all of these amazing people. Let us know if you have questions or topics you'd like us to cover, or things that you'd like us to highlight. We're really excited about the new year and season 2. We're going to be doing a lot more educating. We're talking with some of the different testing labs here in Arizona. Big shout out to C4 and Julie Funk, who let me do a tour. Big shout out to George with Level 1 Labs, who also let me do a tour. We are just really excited about your passion for helping people become a little bit more educated and understanding that it's up to us to ask. So we appreciate you all. Have a wonderful night. If you were watching IG, we just cut out. Other than that, have a good one. Get some rest. Don't smoke and drive.